Hey, welcome back to Corbellic Studios. I'm Corbellic. Today we're going to be knocking out some more loose paper studies. And these are going to be your fillers right here for your Buy It Now store. You need to be filling these up. This is the first thing that you need to do. Just starting your morning off, starting your day off, before you start doing the auction or the canvas type of artwork, trust me on this. Start your day off doing these. I've went back and forth and I spent plenty of years and I wrote down so many notes and so many journals on how to really perfect your day, how to make sure that you're going to have the best productivity. And this is how. The reason why is because when you're starting your day off and you're just getting loose, right? It doesn't matter. These are buy it nows that you're just going to fill into your store. You're not really putting that much thought into it. You're going to be feeling better after you spend an hour and you already created 10 to 15 of these, right? Then you're going to be feeling good in your mind that at least that you have a body of work, that you actually showed up, you actually did something. Because we all know when you start your day off and you started doing a canvas or you started doing something that you're trying to take serious or you're trying to do the auctions first, even though I tell you on the auction paintings you need to be doing those within 7, 10, or 12 minutes, we know that you still take a lot of time on it. And then when you spend a lot of time on it, an hour goes by, then you check your cell phone. Oh, you got to go to the bathroom break. Oh, a technical difficulty happens. Oh, your kids are asking you a question. We all know it happens. Life happens. Hey, I'm guilty of it. That's why I perfected this method. And then when that happens, guess what happens when the hour goes by or the 90 minutes of what we talk about, right? To stay focused. What happens? You only created 2 or maybe even 3 if you're good canvases. And then you're like, you feel defeated. The whole day goes by. You feel like you've been busy because you feel like you've been working. You feel like you've been showing up, but you only have 3 or 4 canvases. And you're like, why? Why is this? The reason why is because you didn't start your day off with a psychological boost. Give yourself that dopamine by creating multiple pieces of work. All right. So this is what we're going to do today. We're just going to go through our studies. I do this so I can show you how to loosen your mind up, how you can produce, but also you could be making money off of these because these are passive income. And that's how I look at it. I look at it as passive income because I'm just passing them by. I'm passing them by. Like I don't even think about it. So when they do sell, I have them categorized of how I keep them stored. And then when they sell, hey, just ship them out. Free money. I'm not even thinking about it. It didn't take me a long time. It's only free money if you're listening to my advice and you're knocking the work out in a quick amount of time of what I tell you. 7, 10, or 12 minutes, right? Now that's just for the canvas sizes. But for these right here, you need to be going faster than that. So that's why we're going lining them up on the table right now. We're going to be knocking these out in less than like 20 minutes. And I mean, think about it. There's 5 of them here, so that's less than 2 minutes or so per piece of paper. I mean, we're knocking it out. We're making the money. If you want to learn how you could do this for yourself, join the free eBay art community. The link is below. And let's get this going. All right, here we go right here. We're just going to be laying these down. I'm listening to some suggestion on the videos where I just put the masking tape on the corners right here. I mean, that's how I used to do it as well. But, you know, I'm just so quick to knocking these out where I didn't even want to take the time to taking the tape off afterwards. That's how quick I am. So that's really why I stopped doing the tape on the sides. But it is going to make it quicker where I don't have to hold it down when I'm painting. I could just go into it like that. And it's going to be more controllable. It's going to be better for the video. And tomorrow, I do have an overhead tripod that's going to be coming. So it's going to be a better angle than what you're seeing it right now. So just give me some slack until today, okay? After today, we're going to have a better camera angle where it's going to be really overhead and you're going to be able to see this better. But this is going to be in the meantime, all right? So let's knock these out. Let's go fast on these. I'm going to be doing the 1.5 inch brush. Let me get my paper towel. All right. Look, I got my paper towel. So that way I could just. So now let's go in with the face. Let's go in with the face. It's going to be like a cream color, creamish, brownish, tannish, beigeish, light sienna. That's what we call it in the art world. See, look at that. And that's better. That way I don't have to hold the paper down. Much better. Great suggestion, you guys. Great reminder. And then we do this. And I'm really just putting in some skin tones. It doesn't matter. We're just kind of building out what the face shape is going to be. And you could do this too. I didn't go to art school. I don't know what I'm doing, but what I do know is that everything always works out. Even if it doesn't work out, it works out because we're saying to ourselves that these are just paper studies, that these are just fillers for the buy it now store, and it doesn't matter. Sometimes people are like, it's rare, but I respect it. People are like, hey, you know what? That last series that you did, I didn't like that one. Normally I like all your other artwork, but I didn't like that one. And I'm like, that's really cool. You know, I appreciate that. I'm not one to get offended, because if you watch my videos long enough, then you know that one of my mottos is that I paint 100 pieces a day. So that way, hopefully I can like one of them. I want to reply and say, hey, you're right, I didn't like it either, you know, but I have to make it seem like I enjoy all of them. No, I mean, not really. But that's the cool part about the confidence of art. The cool part about confidence of art is that you can say that you don't enjoy all of them, and that's fine, because guess what? It's still going to get sold. I still have the confidence to put it up. There was an old reference that I used to say all the time. I used to say, do you really think that the owners of Starbucks, you think that they believe they serve the best coffee? Or do you think that the owner of McDonald's, you think that he knows that he serves the best burgers? I used to say Robert Kraft, who owns the Patriots, right? Do you think that he believes that he sells the best $1 a box macaroni and cheese, Kraft macaroni and cheese? You think that he's like, my product is the best? Or do you think that he's running a business? So imagine somebody coming to him and saying, hey, you know what? You know, normally I like your stuff, but your McDonald's isn't the greatest out there. It's not Wagyu. It doesn't compare to the Wagyu out there. So what do you think they would say? They would probably look at you like you're crazy. Like, do you not understand I'm running a business here? Get your ego out of the way. You got more of your ego into what other people are doing than the concept itself. There was this one artist who, his business structure was kind of the same, where it's just production, right? And this was years ago, before I even understood this mindset, before I even got into eBay. And I remember I wrote to him, and what I did say to him, which is different, I said to him, I said, you know, I really don't like your art style or the paintings itself, but I love your business sense, which makes me love the art style. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I loved his hustle, so it made me like the art style, because I didn't care about the art at all like that. I mean, what I used to tell people years ago too, when it comes to art, is that I said, if you do 1,000 stickman drawings, okay, no, I said if you did 1 or 2 stickman drawings, people are going to say that you're ugly and that you're a horrible artist and what are you doing? But I said if you do 1,000 stickman drawings, then they're going to say that you're a professional stickman drawer and they're going to pay you $1 million for it. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. If you do one of them, they're going to laugh at you and they're going to say, what are you doing? But if you make yourself out to be someone where that's your style and you do 1,000 of them, then they're going to say you're a businessman and that's smart. So that's how I look at it, and that's exactly how I approached the gentleman when I said that. I didn't want to make it seem like I was hating, or because, you know, art is subjective. But I was just like, it's not really my style, that the type of art that you do, but I respect your hustle, that you're actually, that you're actually hustling it and you're getting yours. So it makes me like it because you're doing it in production mode, while everybody else's ego would be involved in, oh, it has to be pretty, it has to be this. His mindset is, hey, I'm creating 100 a day, so maybe I can like one of them. And then if I do like one of them, it's still going to be sold. It's still going to go out there. And it's not up to me. You have to let it go. I swear to you, it's hard for me to explain it, especially if you haven't lived it before, or if you don't know. But I used to just hold on to art, and I used to hold on to the concept of, I'm Corbellic, right? No, I'm great, and my stuff should be this, and I should be that. The ego. And as soon as I let go, I don't know what it was this time. And normally I have a really good memory. I have a memory like an elephant. I don't know what it was, but something just clicked, and it made me say, I'm not a storage facility. Like, I had to get rid of it. And this was even in my eBay days, because when I started off on my eBay days, it was really difficult for me to let go. And something clicked. I don't know what it was, but I went into my Buy It Now store, and I just started pricing my gallery artwork for less than $1,000, like between $1,000 and $500 for my gallery work. And I was getting non-stop sales, like back to back, that same week. And these were pieces that, some of them, these were pieces that I was really holding on to. And I just said to myself, I have to let it go. And then once I let it go, it was like that same week, I must have made like $10,000 to $15,000. I never forget that. And I was like, whoa, as soon as I let it go, God showed me what's up. And that's why I tell people, it's like, I'm not trying to convince you to be on that path either, because I understand where it's like with your ego, and you have to be ready for that. Like, I understand that. I never try to convince people of the journey. You'll be ready for the journey when you're ready for it, when you're presented. A lot of people feel the same way, where it's like, hey, I came to your channel out of nowhere. It was just suggested to me, and I came to it at the right time. And I always like, yeah, that's how I feel. Like, you were brought here at the right time, and we were brought together. Like I said in my other videos, this doesn't belong to me. This belongs to all of us. And you feel like you were brought to my channel, but I was brought to you as well. This is, no matter what happens in the future, God forbids, to the community, to my channel, or anything, we were brought together at this particular time for a particular reason, because we are living in monumental times of history where there's a lot of shifts going on right now. There's a lot of shifts going on with our lives, with our families' lives, the progression of the world, technology. And we're in this together. We're in this moment together, regardless of what happens. This is a very pivotal, key moment where a lot of people who lived before us, they didn't have these key moments that are happening right now. There's about to be another shift of a transfer of wealth upon us. And the main reason why I wanted to share my knowledge and talk about the things that I do, and also show how you can make money for yourself on eBay, and I talk about it for you not to where maybe you don't want to do this full time or anything like that, where you don't have to have a social media page or anything like that. The reason why is because I want you to position yourself for the shift that's about to happen. And I want you to be prepared where you can have the money or the extra income for the shift that's going to happen, and situate yourself, situate your life better. Because no one else is going to come to save us besides us. And this is a way for you to bring something back to yourself when everything else in life has been taken from us, especially our time, right? You know what I'm talking about. A lot of our time has been taken from us. A lot of situations where we feel like we had no control over it has been taken from us. And this is the key way for you to bring some power back over to your life and your destiny. And it doesn't have to be where you're going to do this full time. I never talk about that. You know, I never say that I wanted you to do this because this is going to be your career and your full-time thing. No, I just want you, I understand it, because if I was in your shoes too, especially if you're just not an artist, because I always suggest that we're all creators and you don't have to be an artist to do this program and to make this money off of eBay. But I just want people to have the opportunity where they could get in and get out. You know, how real is that? That's some real talk right there. Like, I want you to be in a situation where you could get in this game and get out. Make your money and get out. No one says you have to keep it up, but get in and get out. If you want to stay in, and that's cool, but find your exit too. No one ever talks about that, about the exits. You're not supposed to just stay in one stagnant thing and do something forever. You're not supposed to be where you're at forever. I've been doing eBay for 7 years now by myself. And now I'm finding the pleasures of coaching people and helping people get money and showing them and doing personal coaching while also filming videos on YouTube, which I had no intention of doing. And sometimes now people ask me, hey, Corbellic, do you still do it the same way how you were doing it 7 years ago? I mean, I would be lying if I told you, yeah, but I'm running multiple businesses. Painting isn't the only thing that I do, but eBay gave me the opportunity to be able to make money, to do the things that I wanted to do and to invest in my other businesses, but also do coaching. So I would be lying to you if I say I'm doing this and there's not an exit plan. You have to have an exit plan for yourself, and that's okay. See, we're able to talk like this because we're the realest community out here. We're the realest people. We talk about the realest stuff. It's okay. For example, like even in my community, we have 1,000 people in the free community, right? And then where we drop all the gems and we have the weekly calls or we have the group calls and where we drop all the science of how to make the money on eBay is on the elite side, which is only $47 a month. And even on there, it really takes months to get a business practice going on and to really get everything honed in. Like, it took me a year. It's not just going to be something that's overnight, but even still, it's okay for you to have an exit plan. I don't expect for you to be with the Corbellic community forever. I would be naive. There has to be an evolution. There has to be a point where you have an exit plan. And I want you to have an exit plan in your life because nobody else is going to have one for you. And I'm okay to talk about that. See, no other coaches or mentors talk about things like that where it's okay. have an exit strategy. Once you make a certain amount of money, or once you get yourself positioned, that's awesome. You should do that. And I would never be so selfish enough to think about monetary or no. How dare you leave me? That's the whole purpose of this course. That's the whole purpose of me doing this. That's the real reason. I want you to free yourself and actually be able to do the things that you want to do in your life. Now, if art is something that you love doing and this is what you want to do, then this is great. But if you're someone where you just want the opportunity to be like, I just want to make some money, some quick money, this is my goal. That's what you need to do for yourself. If you want to make some money and you really wanted to make it happen, I think I'm going to make a video today talking about that, where to make the money that you want, to really have your goal, figure out how much money that you want to make to be happy, a really realistic amount. Write it down and say, I need to make this amount of money. That means I need to make this amount of sales. I need to have this amount of eBay. And then once you do that, it's easier for you to do your listings and to hit your goal, because then you have your goal already in place of what you need to have realistically. Don't just say, I want to make more money. Because if you say you want to make more money, let's just say that hypothetically you make $2 today and then tomorrow you get $3. Well, God wasn't lying when he gave you more money. He gave you more money, but you just have $3. Be realistic of what you want. Say it out loud. And then put it into place what you need to do to make that happen. How many things that you need to list? How many items that you would need to sell? What would they need to go for? What does your life look like when you do that? Then once you say what your life looks like when you do that and how you feel, give yourself permission to feel like that now. Instead of waiting for you to hit the goal, give yourself permission to feel that joy, that love, or whatever it is now. And then you're going to be able to hit it faster. Because you already acquired it in your mind, but you also wrote it down where you know what the realistic number is to aim for. And then that's your exit number. Then once you hit that, you can say, you know what? That's my exit number. I'm out of here. I only came here for that number, for that. A better example, they ask psychiatrists, right? Or they ask counselors or therapists. They say, hey, how many of your clients have you actually cured? And a lot of them say none, or they can't answer it because there's no exit plan for them. They're making their money off of it. It's a business model. If their business model is that you're mentally sick, then you're always going to be mentally sick. But that's not what we're here for, because you're not mentally sick. You're a phenomenal person. But you need to also think about to yourself that you have to have an exit plan. And that's okay. We always have the greatest conversations. You always bring the greatest conversations out of me. I wish I would have brought my timer so I can know where we're at, but I think that we're less than 20 minutes, because I was running my mouth for about 5 minutes, and then this right here, it's like less than 20 minutes. So we're still cooking with time here, because these are 5. You never hear any mentor or coach talk about things like that, where they say, hey, you know what? I'm going to build you out a plan so you can succeed and you can be part of my program and you can learn how to make this money. But here's your exit plan. Do you have an exit plan? They don't talk about that, because all they care about is themselves and making the money. I'm not tripping off of that and thinking about that type of stuff, because God's already provided for me. And what happens, how I believe in anything in life, is that you evolve and you go to your next evolution, whatever that is. Now, if you're a coach or you're someone and you're lying to people and you're saying that this is going to be your forever evolution and you're just going to be coaching forever, or you're just going to be doing this forever. I'm going to be making 50 pieces of art on eBay every single day forever, and I'm just going to be auctioning them. I would be lying to you. My exit plan was written down years ago, and I've already met those numbers. So I don't want certain people to get caught up into, hey, Corbellic, what's your business strategy? Or are you still listing as you used to? Or are you doing auctions as you used to? Because my business strategy is not your business strategy to succeed. I've been doing this for 7 years. My proof is already there that I sold 17,000 paintings. You haven't. My exit strategy is different because I've already worked on it for years. Now I'm helping people build their own exit strategy. Exit strategies out of their normal day lives, exit strategy out of your corporate job, your manager. These are things that no one talks about when they talk about helping people in their lives. They never talk about, okay, the money is one part. I mean, that's so simple. That goes back to the course that we were talking about when it's find your whys. That's not deep enough. Because money is just so subjective, just like art. It's just like it's a construct. And yes, it can help you, but once you acquire it, then what? Like once you really acquire the number that you have, or the money that you have, then you need to think about your mind changes of what really makes you happy and what things that you need to do. Because your mind might be, at first it could be, for me, I was like, I want to be a gallery artist and I want to sell art. Okay, I got to a point I sold art. Okay, I'm selling more art, right? And I'm selling 17,000 pieces. And then I made $1 million. Then my mindset's different from someone who was broke, and I'm thinking about how to survive and pay bills, to what really makes me happy. That's why I started doing this program, because what makes me happy is serving God, but also serving other people, to be a blessing and not be selfish, to help other people in their life, because I know what it feels like. I've been there. And when I was going through these challenges and these things in my life, I didn't have a mentor of such. Definitely didn't have anybody to talk life into me as I try to do with you every day. Or not try to do, I do with you every day. I say that you're a phenomenal person and that you're capable, but just showing you the way out and how things that you can do. There's parts of my life where I felt hopeless, and I didn't know what the next day was going to be, but without those challenges and without those things that you learn from, then you wouldn't be you. Those challenges are what creates you. That's what builds you. All right, now we're just going to touch up on these with some white paint, just to punch it in. And then we're done. These are always fun to do. I think on the next one, I'm going to do some landscapes. And then tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to make sure that I have where it's the more of an overhead. And it's supposed to be a high overhead one too. It's supposed to be like 90 inches or something like that. I don't know. Let's just see what it looks like tomorrow. You give me so much love on here. So it's only right that I invest back in the studio and I buy equipment. I buy a lot of tools and a lot of things to get these videos going for you. If you want to learn how to do this yourself, you want to support me, come over to the eBay art community where we talk more about this stuff, really break things down. Join the elite community. It's only $47 a month, but you get all the courses over there. You get all the game. You get everything. And that's a way how you can support this channel. For the content and gems that I drop on you. Right? It's only right. I'm having so much fun on these, I tell you. It's like sometimes I don't know when to stop. That's why I wish I would have brought my timer. I apologize about that. I would have been more like pushed on the timer or knowing where we're at. But it's fine. We're having a good time right here. Now I'm gonna punch it in with the white and then we're done. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think about all that we talked about today? Does that make sense? When we talk about having your exit, you know it. You know that's what we're here for. You know, it's hard for a lot of times people don't know what the reason is when they say, oh, find your whys or find what you really want. You know that it's deeper than just money, even though that's the base of it, right? The real base of it is that you want freedom. You want your exit. Whatever it is. You want your exit. And it's okay to say that. We've been conditioned to feel guilty to say that we want our exit. Anybody who's married out there, you ever be married, right? And you're like, I love my husband, but I want my exit. Or you ever be like, I love my kids, but I would love to have my exit. I know these are controversial subjects to talk about. I get it. And you're not allowed to say it either, because if you say it, it means like you don't love these individuals. No one's saying that at all. We're just human. And sometimes you can just feel like, dang, if I could just get away a little bit. We all want that. Okay, maybe not all. I don't want to generalize, but most people. Like, oh, if I could just do life over and get my exit, or if I could just get away from this job that I'm working and have my exit plan, things would be so much different. All right, we're done on these. These are cool. Even regardless, however long that we took, we still spent a very short amount of time, because these are there are 5 of them that we did together. I sell these for $100 or like $125. Maybe I'll mark a discount on it, whatever. It's still free money. And then we just did this, I'm thinking each one took us about 3-4 minutes. So that's fine. That's flat. And we knocked out work. We didn't do one by one where we would be distracted off of each one. So here, I'm going to show them framed up. Here's the art pieces. Close up. And now you can see them framed up, if I didn't show it already. And boom, there we have it right there. So you can just see how we were able to knock those out in such a short amount of time. You can do that too. That way you're loosening your day up, but you're also you're not being committed to one art piece. I'm just like you, where it's hard for me to focus on one project at a time. The greats had the same issue, like Leonardo da Vinci and a whole bunch of other artists. All right, that's why they got so many unfinished paintings. It's easier for me to do this. I'm not committed to one painting of all my choices onto one. I can just do all the choices in the other. But if I'm doing this in like an hour span, or really we work those 90 minutes, right? Then I'm doing 3 or 4 of these, which means that I'll have 15 to 20 pieces of art already. The day's gone by and I already got a body of work. It gives me more confidence when I'm making my canvas art or when I'm going to the projector next. All right, so if you want to learn more about this and see what we were talking about in this video, you can learn more about it. Join the eBay art community. Click the link below and I'm gonna see you in the next video.